I'm Lexi. I'm a resident in counseling. I'm trained in EMDR, and I've been with Fig Tree for about a year. Well, I started in sociology. I thought I wanted to be a researcher, and I quickly figured out that I was more interested in the individual human than kind of the big picture. I'm intensely curious about people, and I just really believe in their ability to change. Just having that sort of inside-out approach of believing in people, and it really did start with believing my own ability to change things that weren't really working for me. Having that authentic, person-centered approach where the relationship really does start first for me, and of course we pick modalities that are evidence-based, and we're not just willy-nilly talking to people, but first the relationship has to happen because that's where you select the things that work for people, rather than taking an outside-in approach and picking a modality and then trying to shove somebody into that way of doing therapy. You really just have to know the way that somebody thinks and talks, and what some of their patterns are and how they are as a person before you kind of pick the things that work for them. Well, it is a dance. It's still a dance that I'm learning how to mambo, to be completely honest, but it does come back to that relationship first. Just like my own relationship with God is constantly changing, so sort of assessing the way that I feel most convicted to bring spirituality into the room, and knowing that person first before you bring that component in has really been helpful, because you sort of know where people are at, and you know what they're ready to face and what they're ready to talk through, and how God plays a part in that conversation and their healing. I would say don't let the way that the world has spun a lie about what it means to have a relationship with Jesus keep you from the opportunity for healing. And I really, really believe in our clinicians here, not just on a spiritual level, but truly on an ethical level and just on a person level. We have an awesome group of people here, and you'll feel the warmth as soon as you walk in the room. And if you try and it doesn't feel right and it doesn't feel good, just like any other type of relationship or any other type of new thing that you're trying, if you don't get it right the first time, we'll be the first to try to connect you somewhere where you can get your healing journey started. Well, I had trial and error myself, so giving yourself time to find the right fit and the right person. But that first step, it really just needs to be one first baby step, just making the first call to the first place and just walking step by step in that direction towards healing. I think that the biggest gift that you can give to your family, your children, and the world around you is your own healing. And I've seen that in my own life, that when you take a step in the direction towards health and wholeness and goodness, it's going to spill out onto others. So whether that's a long kind of line of family history of mental illness, which is my own story, it feels overwhelming maybe to look at the whole big picture and think, how do I fix all of these things? But it's really a kind of an upward spiral. If you take one little step in your own life and you start to just see the fruits of that, it really just shines out into so many other areas of your life. I really just have a heart for people, and I wanted to find the best way to use my personal skill set, and I sort of just meandered the path, and being in prayer and relationship with God and with community, and having other people sort of confirm those gifts over and over again, where it got to a point where it was like, okay, this is what you're supposed to do. People are your thing, and let's rock it. I feel like if there were any reasons that I ever had to leave, I would be devastated, because when you have had a team that you feel so comfortable with, whether that's just knocking on the door of your neighbor to bounce a case off of somebody, or really just having a relationship, when people ask the question here, how are you? They really mean it. And I don't know if that could be, I mean, I'm sure there are other wonderful places to work, but I haven't experienced that. It just really is an awesome, awesome place to be, and having community is so important, not just in this line of work, but that's something I think in our larger society a lot of places are missing, is that genuine sense of community and connection. Even in the place that you work, even if that's in a more professional setting, we still have those real relationships here. I'm just grateful to walk alongside people in their healing journey. It is such an honor, whether that's a couple of weeks or a couple of years that I get to be a part of that journey. Having the ability to bear witness to people just change and grow and learn more about themselves is just such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for all the people that let me work with them.